Alright, I'm gonna do a little random rant and rave here. Anyways, everybody, Visa Trade here. I don't know. I'm hoping the lighting is really dim because I don't want to show my face. But I don't know. I was just thinking about this chick, dude, and what it really gets on my nerves. So I don't really like to look on like past events that are negative. I tend to forget them and forgive them. But there was this one time when we first sort of got together. So, anyways, man. So I rented a motel room for her so she could keep her dog in there, right? And oh man, it's just a fucking nightmare. I don't even want to fucking talk about it. I'm actually thinking about the negative things that happened. Oh man, but you know, so my dog had to I got drunk and my dog needed to come inside or needed to go outside and go to the bathroom and I needed to turn the heater on because it was winter, so I don't really want my dog in here when it's 30 degrees to 25 degrees Fahrenheit. You know what I'm saying? And so I love my dog. No doubt. I don't think there's any fucking doubt. And so I walked all the way from my our motel room, to I paid for it and I put the deposit in. They're the fact we shared it. Anyway, and her dog got to stay there. But that's besides the point. The whole pampering thing. I think I've gotten it through her head that hey, if you want to try to get back together with me, you're gonna have to pamper the hell out of me. Anyways, so I looked at it and I think it's at least. I know it's at least like 5 miles. It's at least a 5 mile walk. So I have to walk 5 miles pretty intoxicated. And I am doing it right around sunset. So it's nighttime. Walking through wilderness, dark desert. I mean, pardon me, but there's not really much up here except coyotes. So I was pretty concerned, but not I don't know, man. I don't know how the fuck I did it. But here's the point, okay? This is the point of the whole thing. Is if you replace the word "I can't" with "I don't wanna," you will see results. Just be honest with yourself and say, "I just don't wanna," Because anybody could do anything these days. We got YouTube, for crying out loud. You could just pull up how to be an electrician and you could do pretty much any fucking thing, and be an electrician. So the word "I can't" doesn't really apply anymore, is all I'm saying. I mean, there are some things I can't do. I can't levitate, But I'm being honest with myself. I'm just I should put up the solar panels. I don't want to. Not today. I just, whatever, But at least you're being honest with yourself versus "I can't," And this is where it freaking gets me, okay? So I walk all the way back here in the middle of the night. I can't remember what time I finally got home. I think it was 10 o'clock or something like that. It was stupid. I don't know how. It took me a long ass time to walk. I don't know. Maybe it's 7 miles. I don't know. But, yeah. Wasn't fun. I remember that. And, I had to do it. So I did it. I got back here. And I figured I'd come back here and I'd, start the truck up. And then I'd head back over to, our motel room. So it took the "I can't" thing would be I would just say "I can't" and just spend the night here and leave her over there and be fuck it, because my truck had a dead battery, so I had to figure out a way to get it started without having a way to jump start it. Honestly, I don't know how the hell I did it. I have to really think about how the hell I did it. Um, But yeah, I managed to get it started. Oh, I think I took my alternate battery because I have an alternate battery for my alternate truck that I remove and leave out of it, and I think I took that and I hooked jumper cables up to it or something. But yeah, so I got the truck started and I got the trailer disconnected from the truck, which isn't easy because my trailer doesn't have one of them magical handle thingies that you just jack it up. So I have to like get like a manual, jack, and put a board under it so it doesn't sit in sand, and then I have to like jack it up. I have to put like jack stands under it because that jack isn't going to hold the whole freaking trailer. Anyway, so I do all this. I got the truck going. I've headed back, and I park it overnight. I was like, well, I think I sent her a message, and I was like, well, as long as you can drive an automatic transmission truck, we'll be fine, because I now have two vehicles at the motel room. I have the car that we got there in, right? And then the truck I just took over back. And so I've got these two vehicles there, and I was just thinking about how I left my keys in the fucking car. Like, if I wouldn't have done that, it would have been a lot better. As I recall, what happened was, okay, so if she could have just like buckled down and took that word out of her fucking vocabulary that says I can't and I'm too anxiety and whatever the fuck, I get it. You're a little bit fucking scared to pull out into traffic for the first fucking time, right? Fucking man up and deal with it, or say, hey, dude, can I just sit in the passenger seat for a minute, and we get up on the property, and we'll figure it out from there, and I'll do my very very best, and I'll make this happen. No, she doesn't do any of that shit. She just freaks out, goes, I can't. I don't even know what to do. And I'm like, okay, so first you're gonna like put the e-brake on, and then like, what do you want to go from here? I put the e-brake on for her because she's just freaking the fuck out. Can't take her foot off the brake pedal. I'm just like, what in the fuck is wrong with your brain, dude? If Darwinism existed, you would have been dead like 20 years ago. I'm just like, how did you even get through life? Why, how are you alive? That's what that one guy, he was kind of a misanthrope as well. He just hated people. Like, how are you still alive? Anyways, it's just like, God dang, dude. Okay, so I'm very patient with her. It's just, I'm not yelling at her, raising my voice or anything, and totally calm voice. And I'm like, okay, you do whatever you want to do, but I could really use the help right now. She goes, okay, well, I'm just gonna go back to the motel room and try to chill out. I'm like, all right. So I'm just like, at this point, I'm internally pretty frustrated, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna drive the truck up there and open the door and take my dog out, and I don't know how to get back. I'll take a GoPed back or something, right? And so I got all the way back here, and then I was like, okay, so I got all the way back here with the truck, and I think I hooked the truck all the way up to the trailer again, which is a pain in the ass because you have to back the truck into the ball hitch just right. So it takes like several attempts sometimes. Sometimes you get lucky and it takes one, but it's like one of those things you don't want to do. Don't wanna. See what I'm saying? So it was done. I got it all hooked up, and I was like, okay. And for some reason, I left the only key because I left it in the Audi because I was like, so the plan was, I was gonna have her get onto the main road, take a left, and get onto kind of like a resting spot, But as long as she could pull out in traffic, there's traffic going both ways, but as long as she could do that, I know she would get over that hump in her brain that said I can't fucking drive because she hasn't driven in 4 years or some fucking thing. And I'm looking left, I'm looking right. I'm like, it's good to go. You're good to go. You better get on it though. Better get on it. Never mind. Several times, right? Just freaking the fuck out, dude. I'm like, oh my God. So, at this point, yeah. So truck's already hooked up and everything. I go over to my trailer and I go, I don't have the fucking key for my trailer. I was so pissed. I was like, how did I fucking forget that? I left it was like the trailer. All I brought was like the truck key. I think I brought every key basically except for uh like the truck key or the trailer key somehow. I don't know how the fuck I did that. It was one of those fucking goof up moments. I only have 3 partitions on my key ring, but managed to fuck that up because I wasn't thinking that you would blow it off and totally just fucking fuck it up, right? I mean, that's basically what you did, right? By saying those magical words, I can't, versus I don't wanna. It's like, fuck, dude. I'm always there for you. Yeah, bullshit. Oh my god. So, yeah. I just walked fucking 7 miles the night before. My fucking feet are hurting like crazy. Anyway. So I was like, okay. Just fucking hunkered down. I still had the key for my main truck, and I realized that I could get my GoPed. It's in anyway. I didn't need to get in the house to get it. And I got my GoPed, and I walked my happy ass through the desert. At least it was daytime. And, I got on my GoPed. It was a lot better than, being on the foot thing. But we have this incline around here that's like, I want to say 45 degrees. Like it's quite a hill. That's all I'm saying. Your car, like, you leave it in neutral, you'll coast down it, and you'll go from like 35 to like 75 if you don't hit the brakes. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I got the GoPed and I was like, fuck it. At this point, the truck's all hooked up. I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna go into town with the fucking GoPed. So I went to the town with the GoPed. I'm fucking gripping on for dear life down this fucking hill. Probably like going a lot faster than I want to go on a hard tire GoPed. Like, I don't know if you know what those are, but they've got really small wheels. They're not like Razor scooter small, but they're pretty fucking small. They're like 8-inch tires or something, and they're hard. So any kind of bump. Anyways, I'm going like probably 45 because the brakes on those things suck ass. They're just bicycle brakes onto the hard tire. They clamp it. And so basically shit myself time. But hey, at least the hill was over and I connected but I had to disconnect my engine. Like, I had to take the tire off the spindle because it's a direct drive spindle, so it just maxed the motor out like insanely. So I wasn't gonna do that to that GoPed. I took my time with it. Went down the hill and I said, "Fuck it." I got in the Audi and came back up here, and unlocked the door, let my dog out, and fucking went back to the motel room. But that's just like a terrible experience of how just by her saying I can't and freaking out. Instead of fucking, just fucking analyzing the situation and fucking dealing with it. I don't know what it is about me that can do that, but, that's why I'm saying, men can't live with them, can't live without them, but women, you can survive just fine without them. Because I could do pretty damn well on my own. And she's always like, don't you need me? And I'm like, I don't need you. I want you, but I don't need you. I know the difference between need and want. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. And her always that, I got your back. I'm like, you don't got my back. You got shit. You can't handle your own shit. Damn. But I get it, women are not really supposed to be, they're not really programmed to be independent, so, but there's some shit they should be able to deal with. But, that's why, women, you're gonna need to start fucking, asking men out, because men are gonna stop fucking doing it. You're gonna give up at some point. The whole courting thing and everything, it's over. We done. Because it used to be a man courts a woman, and the woman's, family pays a dowry to the man, when they get married. They pay him a fat sum. So that man's in it for the money a lot of the time. He's 50 grand could get me a good start. You know what I'm saying? But we're in new times now, where women tried to claim their independence and failed. Go ahead and do it. You'd be miserable as shit. You probably end up fucking living in a home with 4 other women, but whatever. 4 minds is about it, as independent as 1, I guess. Anyway, so I get it, I'm a what do they call it? I mean, what do they, I don't hate women, I really don't, but man, it's just like, wake the fuck up, dude. Men have beards. Like, dude, we're saying something when we don't fucking trim our beard. We're saying, hey, we're in a relationship or we ain't even fucking looking. Or we're completely oblivious. You could probably catch us off guard and ask us out. But if we got like completely, shaved except for like a mustache or something that says, hey, down to clown and date, or whatever. I guess down to clown would be without any facial hair. But you see what I'm saying? Like, there has to be some sort of diagram that obligates women to ask men out, because it's getting stupid. It's getting really stupid. Obvious. Really obvious. But, I don't know. I'm just saying. Jade your words. Jade your words. From I can't. I don't wanna. You'll be better off. Did I light the wrong end of this cigarette? I think I did. Fucking, that's a disadvantage of having 2 whites on the damn thing, But yeah. So I don't know. I just remember another time where I was with my cousin and I told her, there's really good gas mileage up there, but I didn't realize when her tank was on E, because she drove like a Chevy Tahoe or some fucking thing, it meant you ain't got no fucking mileage left. You better get off the fucking road right now and get some fucking gas. So we ran out of gas, and she's freaking the fuck out, and I'm just like, okay. So anyways, I'm going to walk on the side of the freeway. I know there's a gas station right up there, and I'm going to, figure out a way to get gas back here. Oh my god, dude. It's like, dude, dudette, you really do. You need a man. You better find one quick. Because, I think a lot of us are just giving up at this point. It's just like, she's always trying to blame shit on me. I don't understand it. Like, I haven't been sick in 3 years, okay? I tell her straight up, I haven't been sick in 3 years. I live off-grid when I go to town. I, put a face mask on, and I make sure my hands are nice and clean all the time, She's like, yeah, there's no way I gave you a cold. I'm like, this is the first time in 3 years. And it just happens to be around the time I'm with you. Be a little bit fucking humble. Lower yourself a bit and go, damn, could this possibly be my fucking fault? Is there any way this could be my fucking fault? I mean, that was the worst part about going to jail. I had no idea what the fuck I did. They wouldn't tell me for like 3 days. They're just like, we got to transfer you, and it's going to take up to 14 days, but we can't tell you what you did. Like, I got an arrest warrant. I don't even know what the fuck I did. Oh, Lord, what did I do? Oh my gosh, that was torture. Going through my history of like the last 3 months, like, what the hell did I do? Is it from the Bitcoin mining? What was it that I did? It's like, shit. Oh my goodness. I wish I could have that, where I just don't hold myself accountable for jack shit and blame it on everyone else. The truth is a prism. I get that, But it's like, damn, if it's always you being the victim, and you had no fault in it at all, it's time to analyze that, Yeah, I got my car legally stolen is what I call it. But in, hindsight, I did leave it on jacks and sitting in the street, it's unsightly or some fucking thing. Some asshole's gonna feel like he needs to call the cops on it. Anyways, that's just my rant. I don't know what to fucking call it. But, oh man, what a story though. Holy shit, dude. Fucking 7 hours in the wilderness. Oh my god, dude. 7 miles, 7 miles. It wasn't 7 hours, but I took a bunch of shit with me because I was so sick of her at that point. I was like, you really, like, she's like, I told you not to drink. I'm like, no, you didn't. You told me not to drink after I said I probably shouldn't drink. It's like, you know what I mean? Damn, dude. She should have just said right there and then, look, there is no way in hell I can possibly drive a car. Or something. I'm not gonna drive drunk, dude. I'm not gonna fucking do it. Not even if I have to take a cool down. I'm not gonna do it. But fuck, dude. I care more about you than you care about me. You hate me. What the fuck? You don't even care about your own fucking dog, dude. Like, if roles were reversed, you would just let your dog piss and shit in the house, dude. You know? Like, fuck, dude. And if I said something like that to you, like, I told you not to drink, you would fucking go ape shit bananas over that. So, you know, I'm all good off relationships for now. Thank you very much, though. I gotta figure out a way to get my beard trimmed. I don't know, like a reverse Hitler intentionally or something. I don't know. I need a very specific kind of woman, just submissive, not gonna give me any kind of shit. Can accept fucking blame for fucking shit and realize that it's her fault. And like break down situations and actually try to repair the fucking, you know, things that I'm going through. Like I said, dude, like my back is hurting like a lot and I'm like doing a lot of things. Do you think you could massage it more often? You know, no. She doesn't even say no. She just goes, oh, that's funny. I'm like, you fucking. Anyway, that's it. I hope everyone enjoyed. Y'all stay safe out there, and you know, good luck in the dating world, for what it's worth, and Godspeed, and obviously stay safe.